Hey guys, welcome back to Balls Fan TV. And today we're doing the match reaction to last night's 1-0 defeat against Waterford. Yeah, look, we talked about before the game how we wanted to see, a similar performance to what we saw Monday in Galway. A lot, we want to see, more commitment, the same level of commitment really. You know, a lot more going forward. We just want to see the same for Monday really, and look, we didn't get that. It was a poor game, poor performance really. Look, going into it, we wanted, like I said, wanted to see another good performance, another win to try and kick things on after a disappointing start, but no, it didn't quite go that way yesterday. And look, what can you say really? We just didn't do enough on the night. I don't think. First half, I thought Waterford started probably the better team. They were getting forward, not really creating many chances, but they were getting on the ball and trying to, get it forward. Well, look, they eventually took the lead around the half-hour mark, and looking back at the goal, it's poor. Really, it's another one. It's another set piece that we struggle to deal with. They take a shot, no one's closing them down. It falls to Armand, and look, it's a decent finish, but yeah, it's another really poor goal to concede. And you're thinking, all right, look, after a pretty disappointing start, we're 1-0 down now already, and look, we've got to think of something to try and get back into it. We need to improve big time, and look, to be fair, towards the back end of the first half, I thought we did okay. Managed to carve out a couple of chances. Really, he goes in on goal after a mistake at the back, and it's poor really from him. He should be burying that. He hits it straight at the Waterford goalkeeper, and yeah, that's a big chance that he probably has to be putting away. Second half, Waterford looked to kind of kill the game, didn't they? They were wasting a lot of time sitting back, defending. We had a lot of the ball, but didn't really do anything with it. Struggled to create any really good chances. Look, we could have played all night and wouldn't have scored. I think that's how many people feel. Um, and yeah, look, it was a poor defeat and performance. Slow, just no real urgency to us. And yeah, look, it was really poor. And it's not what we wanted to see after such a good win out in Galway last Monday. You know, we wanted to see the same level of attacking threat, same amount of chances that we created. Want to see us score a few more goals. Look, it didn't work out that way. And look, I'm not going to make excuses about Waterford. Look, yeah, they wasted a lot of time. Don't get me wrong, but it's almost really when we have the ball to create those chances, especially at home. But look, we just didn't do that. And look, one thing I want to say is, since when did the Keith Longside learn about the dark arts of football? When did he learn about game management? Because God, we could have done with that when he was manager, especially towards the back end of his time. That's what probably cost him his job. He didn't manage the game enough in the latter stages. But to be fair to Waterford, they did that last night and managed the game pretty well, and frustrated us really. It was probably one of the more frustrating games this season. We just couldn't carve out anything really, and yeah, look, it was poor. Look, there's a few players that I thought played okay. I thought James Clark had a better game than what we've seen of him in recent weeks. He's been a bit quiet in certain games, but I thought last night he did well. He was looking to get forward, get on the ball, and make things happen. Conley, he worked quite hard. McDonald was quite good in midfield. He got stuck in, but overall, it was disappointing, really disappointing. We don't know where we're going there. Really, it just seems like it's going to be another slump of a season. Really, we've had a very inconsistent start. Look, we only have 3 wins, I think, but we've got another difficult game now coming up next week out in Shells. A team that they're still unbeaten. They're playing really well. They're top of the league for a reason, and that's not a really difficult game. And it's, to be honest, it's hard to see us really getting anything from it, especially if we played like we did there last night. And look, I don't know where we go from here. Really, I think there's a lot of problems going on at the club. Look, we sound like a broken record when we say this, but it was a baffling decision to let Devine have the whole pre-season and take charge of those first 5 games. Look, if the club saw what was coming, why didn't they make a change in the off season? You know, why wasn't Arnold Reynolds in the job? After the cup final, if the club saw what was coming, look, I've said this many times before. Um, you know, the recruitment as well. You know, look, you can tell it's a squad that's very much thrown together. There's not much cohesion really. Look, to be fair, look, we saw a bit of it out in Galway, but we're not seeing it more consistent. We're not seeing it on a consistent, basis, and that's disappointing. But look, it's not Reynolds' fault. Obviously, look, he has a squad there at his disposal that he doesn't know. They're not his players. He didn't sign any of them, so it's probably going to be a bit of a slog until the summer, and then we'll see what happens. Really, that's when Reynolds will have the opportunity to get in his players to maybe get rid of a few. You know, I don't know where we go in the summer. I don't know what kind of players we'd look to bring in, but look, that's a conversation for another day. But yeah, yeah, on as well, the atmosphere was poor. I thought really poor. Look, it's been like that in Daily Mail for a good few seasons now, probably since we came back from COVID. The atmosphere has been poor. And look, I'm not trying to blame any of the fans. Of course, they're the least of our worries at the moment, anyway. Um, I think it has to get better. Let's be honest. I think the club have to do something about it. But look, I don't know. It's been like that in Daily Mail now for a good few months, couple of years probably. So look, I'm not going to sit here and complain too much about it. It's disappointing, but look, what can you do? It's just everything about the club now. It's just getting a bit boring. Let's be honest. I think something has to give for us to kick on now. We think. There's a lot of people at the football club that have a lot to answer for. Um, same problems that I mentioned there. Recruitment, decisions about the manager. We've got rid of two managers now in 2 years, and we haven't really kicked on. Let's be honest, we haven't. It's been really disappointing. But look, it's very early days in Reynolds' tenure. He has players at his disposal that he doesn't know. He hasn't signed any of them. But look, we have to just keep the faith. Really, you have to believe that he'll get a tune out of these players, and that soon we'll start to see a more consistent run of form. But yeah, last night was disappointing. Really frustrating. A lot of the ball, no real clear cut chances. Poor goal to concede. Waterford killed the game in the second half. Really, for us, there was no real urgency about us. The game was slowed down, and uh, it was a very bad defeat. But look, we got a we got a good chance to bounce back. Against Shells next week. If we could get a win there, then that'd be some way to get the fans back on side. But can I see it? Probably not. I'm not that confident. Look, who knows? But the way things are going, I'm not fancying us at all to get anything from that game. But look, here's hoping that they surprise us in some way. So yeah, look, that's how we're going to end it. Poor performance, poor defeat. But look, what can you do? It's just uh, they'd break your heart, wouldn't they really would. Look, what can you do? What can you do? Just got to keep going. Back Reynolds, hope that he gets a tune out with these players soon. And yeah, look, that's where I'll end it. Make sure you like, subscribe, share, comment down below what you thought about the game yesterday. And I'll see you for the preview for the Shells game during the week. Bye bye.